coffee to talk. It's early. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. So let's get this show on the road. Let's start off with, let's do the YouTube voice.
Sorry? Helen, bring me in the dance hall racket.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and if you're here, it means you're interested in what crafts I've been up to, because this is the Fiberomancer's knitting podcast where we talk about my knitting and everything else. And if you're a returning viewer, yes, I'm standing right now. My back hurts. It's that time of month, and I do not want to sit when I talk to you about all my projects, so you're going to watch me bobble around a lot more today. Anyways, it's been a while. It's been probably about a full month since I've talked to you guys about my projects, even though I talk about my projects during the vlogs. And if you're in the members Discord group, you're gonna see me talking about what we're working on behind the scenes. So I highly encourage you guys for about, you know, some coffee, a fancy little frivolous drink, some avocado toast. You could join my membership where I gossip and I tell you all about my life, and I pop in there and we talk about some really fun things, including some pilgrim kink jokes going on when for our video for tomorrow. You guys still don't know what it's gonna be, but I do. The members do. The members knew right off the bat. We talked about it. We talked, they told me what they wanted to see, so they got exactly what they asked for. But you'll also get to see that, you guys. But if that's something you want to have control of, if you want to, like, you know, be a little bit more influential, guys, it's really early for me. It's been too long since I've talked to the camera sitting down, or standing up, I guess. Anyways, if you want to have a more of an influence in what you see on this channel, please join the membership. All right, we're done with that. All right, also, one more thing. Halfway to Haunts ended in October, obviously. That was the whole point of it. And as far as those winners goes, I'm going to put that into the Halfway to Haunts Discord group for you guys to see, because YouTube, there's a lot of, what are they, robots and stuff. They don't like those specific words. There are specific words that they tag and they come for on here and on Instagram. So for those of you who are participated, I will find you in the Discord group and I will let you know. No, I have not sent them out. I'm super behind on all of that. There's just thing after thing after thing that keep coming up. But that's not what you're here to talk about. I'm getting way too close to the camera. I'm very excited. It's chopping off the top of my head. This is how I talk. I have so many things to talk to you about, including like things that I picked up at the New England Fiber Festival that I didn't show you guys in that vlog because I was waiting to do this. And also, members got to see all of my drama, my pre-coffee drama. So we are, it's early enough that I'm having my cup of coffee while we're filming to get this all done. What do we want to talk about? What are we talking about first? I can never remember the order that I do this. I have nothing to lean on, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna sit here like an NPC, like a loading character with a little bit of a bobble. If you guys like my energy early in the morning, let me know down below, because it's a whole different vibe. But I guess we can start off with some acquisitions. Let me walk over here and get my stuff. The thing is, I was definitely like, I haven't bought that much, and then like as far as fiber and things go, and then I look and I was like, oh, that's a lot for like about a month. It's a good amount. Okay, where I gotta put these down. Let's start off with the New England Fiber Festival. All right, I have a whole vlog. Editing Megan, put that thumbnail up, get the little diddly-doop up here. Remember, for later, put it down here for everybody. Also, if you haven't watched this, New England Fiber Festival of New England, or New England Fiber Festival, both tags are on Instagram. I think that's the, oh my gosh, I want to sneeze. No, I'm not. Both tags are on Instagram, but I think it's technically Fiber Festival of New England is what it is. I think that's what the information in this little card says. Anyways, we had a great time there. Got some wine for my mom. That was over my mom's birthday weekend at the beginning of the month. I also had an amazing conversation and hung out with Summer Camp Fibers, which I now have an affiliate link for. What does that mean? That means if you decide to use my link or my code at no extra cost to you guys, I could earn a little bit of a kickback. So if there's something you see, you could support me just a little bit. And another mommy owned fiber company from Katie was amazing. I had such a great time talking to her. Absolute blast, lovely colors. So let's show off what I got. I got something that's completely out of my color palette. I don't even know, it's gonna totally blow out. Let's go over here. This is the most neon highlighter yellow that I have ever seen. I don't know how true this is gonna end up on the computer screen or on your monitors, but it is violently highlighter yellow, and I love it. This is called Get Lit. Appropriate for getting lit, right? And this is on their Camp Sock base, which is a 4-ply and a 75 superwash, 25 nylon. Let's see. Can you see how yellow that is? I don't know. This is the very cute little... And she had a bunch of little mini skeins too. So I had to pick up this one to go with it to make my own little sock set, right? Very cute, very blown out. Let's see. If we walk all the way back here, is that accurate? I have no idea. Oh, my nose is so dry. Ha. Alright, so this is also on the same base, but in a mini skein form, so that means it's 20 grams instead of 100. And this is the Typhoon Lagoon colorway, which has just got some really lovely speckles in it. I'm filming right here. So yeah, this is the Typhoon Lagoon mini skein. I also got one of these, which is the coolest thing. So if you're looking for a Christmas present, a stocking stuffer for your crafting friends, or you don't know what to tell somebody to get you, this is the box it comes in. This is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. I'm actually using it, so I'm gonna pick it up in a second and show you. It literally says on the box, this box will change your life. No, change your life. Sorry. This is for the box for the knit kit. So this is what the inside of the box. Also, I'm all about packaging. You guys should know this. This packaging, amazing. This is the perfect gift. Also, if you use my code, you get 10% off. So it's not just a one-time thing. You can use it, you know, give my code to somebody to gift you this. This is the coolest thing ever. So this is the box. I'm all about packaging. You guys know this. So let's just like show off the box first. And I've been using it to row count one of my projects right now. This is the inside of it. So this is the knit kit, right? This has literally anything you could possibly need, but not just like in a box or a tin. It's like all contained in this thing. This is so cool. It is 100% TSA approved, so you can fly with this. You have everything you need if you're a traveler. So, you know, when you fly to Rhinebeck next year to meet me and get stickers and whatnot and hang out, you can take this with you. This is the coolest thing ever. So there was a bunch of different prints. I showed it off in the vlogs. This is the one Aurora helped me pick, and it's got this really pretty pastel owl on the top. So let's start talking about this. What is this? What the heck is this, right? So on top here, you have a stitch counter, right? So we got 1s, 20s, and 100s. So if you actually catch, I'm actually using this for my project right now. I'm trying it out, seeing how well. I'm in love, because like once you get to the 10s, this actually automatically will turn. So to me, that is just amazing. So once I got to 9 and I went to 10, it immediately started turning the 10 row, which ADHD me wants to, you know, to be like, I don't have to think about moving everything, right? And then there's like, right here, a little thing, like on the side of the sewing machine, so you can, do I have a piece that I can show you? Oh yeah, okay, I got some yarn right here. Of course I have yarn right here, guys. It's on the edge of the table. So there's like a little itty bitty thing right here, right? We got it lined up. There's a little, oh, I can't do it while trying to show you guys. Anyways, right? There's like a little herpaderp for little pieces of thread to get. But, you know, that's not the only option. I'm just talking about the outside. And then right here, this thing, I got a measuring tape. All right? This is literally like the go-go gadget knitting tool. I'm literally blown away by this. And then so we can flip it over. Oh no, wait, sorry. There's still stuff on the sides. I'm still learning. Which one is this? This is the curved cable needle? Yeah, this is a cable needle, which I'm always losing, so I'm really happy that this has it. And it tucks really nicely into the side. Obviously, I didn't even see it. And then this side, come on, Megan, get it out, has crochet hooks. So a little one, I don't know what the gauge technically is, and then a slightly bigger one. Again, go-go gadget knitting tool. And then on the back, you can also, this shows you everything that's included. I'll read it off afterwards. And right here, it's a needle map or whatever, a gauge finder for your needles, so you know what size if it's unmarked, right? And then we can flip, so we flip it up. We have all of our gauge map, whatever. Is there a fancy word for that? I don't know. Well, I don't want to dump it all out, but I will dump it out for you. And this is all included. I didn't add anything to it. These tiny little go-go gadget spy. I keep saying go-go gadget. I need to watch Inspector Gadget again. So they go like this. Little tiny snips that go in here, right? Like, if I would get a second one if I wasn't gonna keep this in my purse and leave it in the car. Because if you guys watched my vlogs for Rhinebeck, you know that I had all my ends woven in and I'd forgotten darning needles. So if I had this, look at that, a darning needle, and kept it in the truck, I would be so safe. Like, there would be no, oh my gosh, I'm trying to like line these back up because there's little, can you guys see? There's little things right here that actually hold the scissors in place so they're not just like bopping around in here. There we go, I got it in. I was flipping it the wrong way. USB style, you know, when you gotta put it in 7 different ways. Oops, where did those go? There are some needle ends. These are little, do I have any? I have a paintbrush right here. I don't have needles on this side. So you guys all know how needle toppers work, right? They comes with needle toppers, so your stitches don't slide off. So there's 2 in there. Mine came with orange. I think they change. And then in here, I'm not gonna flip it. There is a plethora of different size stitch markers. So there's like really large ones that look like a ring. And then there's also the little light bulb ones in here. Can you see them? They're in here too. There's a bunch of them. I don't know exactly how many. Oh, I sniffled right next to the camera. But this is literally the most amazing thing. So again, you can get 10% off if you use my code. So I can pop it up for everybody. Doesn't cost anything extra, helps me out a little bit. Or you can click on the link down below. I think it also naturally applies it, but my code is Moon10. Really easy for you guys, okay? You get 10% off, use it as much as you want. Why not? Why would you not use a coupon? It's a free coupon, guys. And I kind of benefit from it. Come on. Why would you not use a coupon? If you're like my mom and you're like, oh, but there's a sale. It's a sale. Okay? All right. Seriously, get yourself one of these. I cannot handle how much I actually love this, because what I'm using it for right now, even though I'm still show and telling, is I am working on a giant lace, whoop, I just dropped a stitch, circle shawl again. Another one. I found some yarn while I was cleaning. And obviously I need to count which row I'm on. It's 37. I gotta switch this to larger needles. But it's really helping me keep track of my lace shawl. All right? And then I can just go, and I know. So when I pick this up later, I know exactly where I am, because I forget where I am on these things all the time. All right. So if you watched the vlog, you will know I got a package, and inside that package I got the most amazing custom colorway dyed yarn from my friends, from my members. They dyed me a True Blood themed yarn. It is called All the Flavor No Bite, which is my big skein here, my main skein, and then Be Positive is my little minis, and they're split in 50 grams and then 10 grams, so I can get, you know, 2 at a time if I so dare, which I don't dare, not at all. And I highly suggest, if you guys want to see some completely raw emotion of me unboxing like the most beautiful gift ever, to go watch that vlog, because now that I'm showing it off, I can start it if I want to. Oh, that's yarn from the other thing. I love it. It's dyed up on a, it's over dyed on a patent croy sock, and then and then a hawthorn little mini. But I can't get over how much I love this. If you guys are new here and you don't know, I'm obsessed with True Blood. I watched it from literally the beginning to the end. I'm a huge True Blood fan. It is one of my comfort shows. I'm always watching it. And if I'm not joking about it or saying I'm watching it, I'm thinking about it. It lives rent free in my head. The entire first season, I know word for word. It's basically my version of The Office. When you guys watch The Office for comfort, I just rewatch True Blood over and over again. And then the last thing to come in between now and the last month, there's definitely more. I'm just showing what we've got right now, is my Fangirl Fiber Club. So I have the I'm Spooky Year Round. And so this was that colorway. It is Phantom Manor. Oh no, this is the Disney attraction. I am wrong. October's Disney Attraction Club was Phantom Manor. If you don't know what Phantom Manor is the Haunted Mansion version that is in Disneyland Paris. It is amazing. There are some very lovely things. In the original narration, Vincent Price did the narration for it, for the opening, where in, say, Disneyland or Disney World, it is Ghost Host. The more you know. Also, they've got this really cool Western scene at the end instead of the graveyard scene, because they love Westerns over there. Also, it's right next to Frontierland, so the backstory of it is linked to Big Thunder Mountain. They're the owners of the mining company. The more you know. Anyways, it is this lovely, almost Kelly green. It's bluish. It's pretty true to color right now. Boo, 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 boo. Blue mail time from Blue's Clues. It's really early. Anyways, that's that. Now the Spooky Year Round colorway was inspired by none other than the 12-foot skeleton that Emily did not get this year, but she wanted so desperately. These are both on, I think, the 80-20 base. Sorry, I didn't say that. Yeah, these are both on the 80-20 base, which is 80% superwash, 20% nylon. It doesn't say what the base is. It just says it, if you're curious. And this is I Just Want the 12-Foot Skeleton is the name of the colorway. And if you didn't follow this whole thing, it was funny. It was definitely a whole thing in her stories. She also sent me the stitch markers that come on the club, because the stitch markers are an option. These are so fun. I love them. And that is what has come that is new to be purchased. Because I wanted to purchase things last week on our field trip. I'm not going to tell you because this is going up before it. You guys can find out tomorrow or in my stories over on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram or join the membership. Okay. Whips, because I haven't finished anything. No, I finished socks. You guys haven't seen my finished socks. It's been so long. All right. I don't know when I finished these. I finished them at some point between then and now, right? These are my Geek-tastic Fibers Falling in Lovecraftian self-striping socks on a sparkle base. Okay? Enough words. And I don't know what the mini skein is I used. This is using my favorite little combination for vanilla socks, which I'm deciding I'm done with 2x2 ribbing. We're switching into 1x1. But this has a 2x2 ribbing. I have no idea how long. About the length of my phone. About the length of my phone. But wait, I can use this thing now. I can use this because I have this. And this is always next to me now. Yes. Yes, smart, Megan. Yes. Okay, measuring. About 5 inches. I'm in the freaking... about 5 inches. So for about 5 inches. I just did that 6 times. I'm sorry. I knit that. Did a heel flap and gusset. My foot. And then my normal standard toe in the contrasting color because I wanted it to pick up this red. Do you guys have a favorite cosmic horror, by the way? I'm actually, it's one of my favorite kind of sub-horror genres. Lev is obsessed with the game Bloodborne, which is one of the Souls-style games, which has this like really dark academia, Lovecraftian vibe to it. How to explain a video game that's very niche to somebody who doesn't play video games? And what do we even I don't even know how to explain the plot of it because he's never explained the plot to me. Maybe I'll ask him. Do you guys want to know the full plot of it? Anyways, it's got a very, very cool dark color palette, and it's got these crazy monsters in it, and you play the hunter, and they're kind of like demonic-ish, I guess. I don't know. Anybody else play it will have a better explanation for the game? No? Alright. So that was a finished pair of socks. Now I have some half finished socks to show you. This is where I started switching. See, so this is 20 rounds of 1x1 ribbing with the same formula for everything else. And this is in the 13th Gate colorway, which was one of Fangirl Fiber's Spooky Year-Round colors, which is a really fun, it's like a dark bluish gray black. It's very navy in the natural light actually, with these like really cool little rusty like speckles in it. And the 13th Gate is a huge haunted house down in I think Louisiana. I had never heard of it. I think that's what it said. I don't know if I still have the card to tell you more. Anyways, I'm like just started the cuff of this, and then I cast on 1,000,007 other projects for its second sock. Sorry, Aurora's walking back and forth through everything. And then this is a sock that I started that I may or may not write up the pattern, but I don't really want to show you guys because I'm absolutely in love. I talked about it over on my Instagram a little bit, so we're gonna hold it back here so you can't really tell. But this is my sock, and I'm using the Spooky Scary Rhineback Time colorway by Dragon Horde Yarn on her myth fingering base, which I believe is the 7525. Yes, it is the 7525 base, which is the myth fingering base, and I just love these colors. Here, let's show you the bottom so you can see how this color. This was one of the colorways for that show. You know, the one we all trauma bonded over? Yeah, that event? Yeah. Okay, we're not going to talk about it again. It's been a month. Nope, or we could. But we'll just continue to talk about it because Ryden still continues to talk about it. Anyways, absolutely love this colorway. I also have the second sock of that started too. What else are we working on? I'm going to go back and talk about this circle shawl. This is a giant lace circle shawl that I started. The pattern is called Summer Rose by literally like M. Mario Knits on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. I started this yesterday while I was finishing The Hunger. which was the Ghouls Who Read book club. You can't really see much. I'm 30. This is using the Anzula Luxury Fibers lace base and the colorway Shiitake. This is a 65% silk, 35% linen blend. Sorry, I sneezed. And this is, I'm loving working with this. Absolutely so much. Did I need to cast this on? No. Was I trying to pick some stuff up and I found this and I was like, oh, I need this right now, instant gratification? Absolutely. Did I start a million other things in that time period? Also, yes. But mostly I've just been working on socks, which leads me to the project that I had started, which is the Darno sweater, which is a lovely cable sweater. This yarn I have used in like 6 different sweaters. This is, and I have to. So I'll show you the back. It's absolutely gorgeous. I did my sleeves and everything. Megan, why are you having emotions about this sweater? Because I messed up the directions of the cable, right? And I tried to sweater surgery it. So I dropped it down all the way to the beginning, right? And tried to switch my cable directions because I honestly should have just left them, but it was gonna live in my head that I messed them all up. So I'm going to frog the entire sweater and start it over because I want this sweater so bad. For some of you, you're like, you should have just left it alone. That's so much work. I literally think I worked on this for about a week before. And that wasn't like, the only project I was working on. It is a worsted weight or Aran weight cable sweater. And it's gonna be gorgeous, but I was unhappy. And yes, I was able to fix the stitches, but it's just not looking as clean as the ones that I worked on here. So sadly, I will be taking this entire project out again. I will be ripping a 4th sweater out of this yarn. I cannot remember where this yarn is from or what it is because I've literally had it forever and I just keep ripping it out. I know it's not real wool. I know it's a blend. And I think it's acrylic, but it's so pretty and I'm so sad, and now it's in sweater timeout because I just wanted this beautiful sweater. But it's okay. It's okay. I would rather love the project and do it the correct way than finish the project and not wear it because I'm mad at the project and I didn't go back to fix it when I had the opportunity to. So this is like another, I found this while cleaning and now I must finish it project. This is my Ingrid. I don't even know if I talked about this, by Petite Knit, my Ingrid sweater. I just finished the back of it. So this is the back. This is my front. This is like my left shoulder, right? I was working on this yesterday while reading my book. I picked it up. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love it. This is using a giant pound of love because I'm cheap right now. But like this color is like, it's not quite lavender. It has a warm tone to it. It's almost mauve. It's not quite my color. It's not quite, but I'm also holding it with mohair, so because I want to be bougie. I want to be bougie cheap. So this is the Valley yarn. I cannot remember what it is. It's from Webb's. It's their in-house brand. Mohair silk blend. I use it all the time. It's a good option. And this is like the natural colorway. I can't remember, but it's like not natural. It's like 6 numbers, 4 to 6 numbers. Anyways, it's just making this really, really lovely. You can't even see it. Can we see it? I don't know. It's making a halo and I'm just loving this. And so it's like, this got put in timeout around Easter because of some drama with my family. Anyways. And then I got mad at it and so it sat in a bag. And now I pulled it out while I was trying to move stuff. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. I should work on this again. All right, I'm gonna have to like upload this in 5 seconds, or like, because I have so many things, I'm running out of space on the memory card. So after I put my cabled sweater in a timeout, which I forget the name of it, I started a sweater for Love using Sinful Yarns Moss colorway on her DK base. This is the In Stillness 2 by Alicia Plummer, and I'm not very far in this. I'm not very far. I just wanted to work with green yarn, and I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's got this really fun texture here, and that's all I've got. This is going to be something for him. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. Where are we putting you? I don't really have an opinion on that project yet, because I've just started it, and there's nothing really about it. And of course I'm in the middle of a row on this, but this is my Go-Go Throw by Alma O'Brien. That's so tiny. Which is my Advent project using my 2022 Christmas season Advent, which is a fade. I'm how many colors in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just started to color 5, which is really fun. It is a lace. I can't really show you guys because I'm literally in the middle of a row. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. It's next to my bed, but I love it. I really love being able to kind of finally see a gradient, because they're such a subtle gradient, and then it's gonna change to purple and then blue and then green again. So it's gonna be like this really moody rainbow almost, and I love it. Except there's no orange. Half rainbow, very moody ombre, half rainbow. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love this. This is a really fun project. Where's my little ball? It rolled away. We're like speeding through these now, just a little bit more than I was intending to. And then again, for my members, we're knitting. We have a knit along going on, so we are working on some socks together. If you join tier 3, you get a bonus book club and some private knit alongs, right? This is the, what is it? Cozy Autumn Socks. I can't remember who it's by. And this is in the Winoween colorway by Dragon Horde Yarn on her Myth Fingering base. And it's just, I'll put it on my arm so you can see. This is like a lovely lace. Can you kind of see it? My arm works as a sock blocker a little bit. There we go. It's got this beautiful texture. And honestly, I just need to finish this sock. Yeah, I love it. I just need to finish this. I need to take this back out. It was next to my bed. I gotta keep it out here so I can see it, so I actually work on it instead of the 96 other projects that I've worked on today. Or this week, month, whatever time period it is. I gotta turn this off. So as far as crafting goes, that's what I've been working on. As far as the books go, if that's what you, oh, the guy next door is walking by the window. As far as books go, I've read quite a bit. I feel like, Vampires of El Notra, I think, is the last book that I talked to you guys about, right? Let's put this up. Can I angle you up a little bit more? So as far as books go, I believe I talked to you guys of Vampires of El Notra. Love and I were talking about it in a members video that's gonna go up that I owe members. I don't owe members anything. I just have been posting quite a few like little private vlogs for them, and Lev and I, we talk about folk horror in it. So members, you guys don't know this, but we were like just chit-chatting about folk horror. So horror, there we go. Enunciating my words. But we both Love read that too. Oh, that's the guy. It's standing in front of the window is just like, you guys don't understand. It's very close. I think I probably talked about Vampires of El Notra because I finished it in the beginning of October, so I probably talked about it in the beginning of Vlogtober. So I don't really remember doing that, but I'm gonna assume I did. Then I read Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. So the cover is super cute. You guys want to see the cover? That's cute, right? It felt like a parody. I really wanted to read such sharp teeth, but now I'm feeling a little scared and discouraged because I did not like this book. I did not feel for the characters. It just felt fake. Like the concept was really cool, so its sub-genre would be cult. And that's cool, right? But other than it having a cool cover, that's really all I want to say about that one. And then I read all of the creature feature books presented by Audible or Kindle Unlimited and Amazon, which is 6 books by different authors, kind of making an anthology of horror stories, and they're all different. So the first one in the series is The Pram by Joe Hill, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. How do I sum this one up? What is this one about? I liked this one. I liked it. It was my favorite, one of my favorites out of it. I don't know how to describe what it is. Guys, go look it up because these little ones are hard to talk about for me. Or well, the plot of it is basically they suffer the loss of a children, this couple, so they move away out of their apartment to this almost Amish old world, but they're not Amish. You can't see my hands. They're not Amish. They're more pagan in origin, but very like Quakers and Amish, and they have their butter. They emphasize the butter, and I'm like, you're Amish. I don't care. But, and basically like their old world roots in the god they worship, and basically feeding into this man's grief of the loss of his child. It becomes an obsession. Weak man becomes obsessive. I feel like it was good. I liked it out of these ones. The next one is Ankle Snatcher by Grady Hendrix. If you're a returning viewer, you know my opinion on Grady Hendrix and Grady Hendrix books, which is I hate them. I hate is a strong word. So I really, 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 really don't like them. Or whatever that band said. Is that All American Rejects? But I really, really, or Plain White Tees. I don't know, it's one of those bands, you know? They have a whole song about that. But anyways, again, I gave it 3 stars. I finished it because I only read this one by Grady Hendrix because I'm a completionist. So I had to read the whole series. Even if it meant reading Grady Hendrix' book, which again, is very much his style, which is obvious to these. Sorry. My throat is so dry from the heat bang on constantly. That's a very weird one. About boogeyman and ankle snatchers and a family history. And it's got a weird twist. It's very Grady Hendrix, if you know, you know. It Waits in the Woods. Is this the only one? Which is the 3rd one. Okay, this one I gave 4 stars. This is It Waits in the Wood by Joss Malerman. And how do I describe this one? This feels very much like what I like out of indie video games. There's a legend. Ooh, my phone and my coffee almost just fell at the same time. there's a legend, it's a local folklore about this monster in the woods and a bridge, right? This doesn't make any sense. And they go camping as a family, if I remember right. I read a lot, so I'm trying to remember. And they sneak out into the woods, and one of the sisters, they're very close, goes missing in the woods. Basically, they don't know, but the monster takes her, right? Right, they're short stories, I'm not giving anything away. And it's really cool because they're into filmmaking and like YouTube-y videos, so it's like Blair Witchy with the found footage kind of style and using sound equipment, which is very similar to a lot of like the found footage style indie games that I like to watch and play and watch people play, which I liked it. I liked this story. I really, really liked it. Is that helpful? I liked it. Oh, that's my word. I hate when I give reviews like that. Okay. I'm just trying to remember more about it to say more than I liked it. Again, very Blair Witchy with like indie vibes to it. I would have loved to have this story expanded. I would have loved a full story, not just a short story or novella of it. Like, I could have easily gobbled up 400 pages. Don't text me. I'm gonna get distracted. Okay. The next one is In Bloom by Paul Tremblay, which I gave 3 stars to. This was kind of cool. A little bit more on the sci-fi side. It gave me, what's the pink blob from Goosebumps? I think Blob. If you guys know, you know. But it's also set in the Cape. So I was really disappointed because when you get the Kindle Unlimited version, you get the audiobook version for free too with it. So it's one of those. So I was listening to it. I was very disappointed with the lack of accent, because you guys know. If you know, you know. And also, it was very on point for being New England. Like, it was good. 3 stars. It was, it was good. My least favorite way to review something. But it felt very goosebumpsy. Goosebumpsy? Yeah, that's the best way to put that one without giving you. Okay. Best of Luck. This one was I've never heard of the author of this one. This was by Jason Mott. And I gave this one 4 stars also. So only 2 books got 4 stars out of all of these, out of all 6. So this one, it just... Okay. Let me read the synopsis of this one. For best friends with vastly different fortunes, what's left to hash out other than a forced confession at gunpoint? All that the destitute, sickly, and grieving will demands is the monstrously, there we go. Jeez. Can you guys tell it's still super early for me? Monstrously successful Barry admit to draining all his luck right out of him. Like blood, as the standoff escalates, the truth is not only the only thing ready to come out. Jason Mott's Best of Luck is part of Creature Feature, a collection of devilishly creepy stories that tingle the spine and twist the mind. They can be read or listened to in one petrifying sitting. All right, so basically Will holds Barry at gunpoint and he just wants him to admit, he's like, you're stealing my luck, right? And at first you're like, this guy snapped. He straight up just snapped, right? We don't know what's going on. He's gone nuts. His friend just happened to be successful. It is otherworldly horror. So this is, again, cosmic horror. Did I enunciate it good enough for you guys? And I really like this one because I like that kind of style, otherworldly cosmic horror. Horror. Anyways, 4 stars for me. And the last one was Big Bad. Which you can tell by the cover. Editing Megan, make sure we're putting up covers. This is by Chandler Baker. It is it's It's a very feminist werewolf story. Okay? You can tell very early on. That's the best way to describe this. And I gave this one 3 stars. It was, I wanted to finish the series. It was not my favorite out of all of them. But I did like it better than Grady Hendrix books because I just don't like Grady Hendrix. Okay, so wow. Those are all of the creature features. Then I read, this is free in the Audible Plus catalog, Dreams in Black Static, which is 8 short stories, and I love the way these ones are my phone almost just fell again. I love how these are incorporated together. It feels very like the world of American Horror Story, where one story will reference back to something else, which is part of a different story or a character, a location. It makes the world believable and lived in, and it makes the world bigger than just one little, you know, 15-minute short story reading. Audible time. I don't know if this one has a tangible copy, but this whole book, I believe I gave 5 stars. No, I gave it 4 stars. It's very hard for me to give 5 stars. I'm actually still thinking about it, and I really want Lev to read it because I'm curious. It has a lot of them have that retro vibe, media film feel to it, the sense of nostalgia and storytelling. And I loved the last one. I can't remember. So each chapter is a different one, and it was something The Uncanny. Guys, we love Uncanny Valley. I love this, and I loved that story. I cracked up. I was not scared, but I literally cracked up at the very end of that story, and it was the reason why I'm like, I love this book. It could have gone either way for me, but that last story, was just so good for me. I highly recommend listening to it, or I think there's a tangible copy. Just get it. Get this book somehow. Listen to these short stories. I really liked it. They're all different again, so it's hard for me to say it, but overall I gave this whole book 4 stars. Okay, so The Uncanny is the last one. I just loved it. And then last night I finished The Hunger by Alma Katsu, which I was vastly disappointed. Vastly, is that the right word? I was greatly disappointed in this book. I wanted more from it. By the end of the book, I was so irritated with all of the characters, every single character. I'm just like, I don't feel for you. I don't feel for you. I'm irritated by all of you. This was my Ghouls Who Read book club, so if you're in Ghouls Who Read, obviously you'll get a different, you'll hear me again talk about this. But I also, as far as it, I was expecting something completely different out of this. The way, I did not find it scary, which is like my least favorite thing to do. Is like, it was good, it's not scary, right? So let me explain why I didn't find this scary. There are elements that make, I gotta put my hair over here so it stops blowing me out. There are elements that make something scary, and this is what makes it horror. And the atmosphere of it was just okay. It's about the Donner Party. So if you know anything about the Donner Party, you pretty much know the entire plot of this. What I was looking for more, it sounded like there was more supernatural to it than there was going to be. And while it does have supernatural Native American folklore in it, and I was disappointed greatly in it. So for me, I did not feel any tension. Setting a tone in which there's tension or you're being strung along is super important when it comes to having elements of horror in your book. I would say this was a suspenseful historical fiction with supernatural elements to it. I would not in any way say this is horror. The trigger warnings make it sound a lot scarier than it is. there is quite a few problematic themes, so do check out the trigger warnings. But in my opinion, they weren't, it's not gory for the sake of gore. So setting wise, the only element of horror that I found is the fact that it touches on isolation, but not to the point where you're feeling claustrophobic, which is what you need a lot in the setting of a horror book to make it feel scary. You also need to play with like what your viewer is going to feel. It was okay. But growing up watching a lot of historical dramas, this is no different than like any movie that I watched with my dad growing up. I didn't find myself really being like, oh, what? I kept wanting to know what happened next, only to be disappointed that it was still lacking supernatural. I wanted more. I wanted more otherworldly. And it just lacked. So I gave it 3 stars. That's being generous. That's all I've read. That's quite a few books. So The Hunger disappointed me in many, many ways. I wasn't scared, which again is a like internal thing when you're playing with, you want to play with your readers, your viewer, you want to play with what, you know, can mess with them, but the elements again of it were not that to make it terrifying or suspenseful. I did not feel suspense or tension or any of those things while I was listening to this book. I have it, hold on. So this is the cover, this is my tangible copy. I did get the Audible version because I also have to say that about halfway through this book, they started off giving Kieseberg a German accent, and then halfway through they gave him a Western accent and then only gave his relatives German accents, and it just kind of made me crack up a little bit. I don't know if I just imagined it in the first couple, but it didn't do it for me. Like, the setting could have been done. The atmosphere, this could have been done, this could have hooked me, this could have easily been a 4 to 5 star read for me if the atmosphere and the setting was handled better. I just was irritated by the end, by all the characters. Like, if the setting, there was more time to describe the setting that they were taking, like where everything was, and making that feel, so the Donner Party, oh my gosh, how do I even explain this? There is such a missed opportunity to create more of an isolation through the storytelling and the setting. The Donner Party got separated, was isolated, and they resorted to cannibalism. This is historically what it is. And they all froze to death because they all unalived themselves. Sorry, YouTube. They all unalived during winter because basically they ran out of supplies. They were not prepared for the trail. And there's like a little map in the beginning. I will link down below. There's a Lore Lodge episode that goes into great detail, which he does a lot better of a job explaining the Donner Party history. Like, really great. Love this guy's channel. I'll link it down below for you guys if you don't know it. But I was just so vastly disappointed in this book because, like, we've literally got Stephen King. Deeply, deeply disturbing. It was mildly disturbing, Mr. King. Mr. King, it was mildly disturbing. This is mayonnaise horror. This is scary for people who don't like scary books, I could say. My mom might like this. I might suggest this to my mom, who loves historical books with suspense. But yeah, that's my full review for this one. So if you guys are in Ghouls Who Read, that is my public book club. If you want information on that, if you comment, I'll get you the Discord group. Basically, I'm not linking the Discord group publicly, even though it is open and that is not part of any of the membership or anything. Just ask me for the link. I'm just trying to keep it to people who are actually interested so I don't get stagnant members in it. We have to put the poll up for, what's next month? December's read. But, I'm glad it's off my tangible TBR now, but did I feel like I wasted 10.5 hours when I could have been listening to something else? Oh, 100%. 100%. Alright. That is everything I could talk about today. So, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for joining me for this entire rant this morning. I appreciate you guys so much. So, to close this out, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It is a free way to help out my channel and help us grow here on YouTube, because it is so much easier for that than it is on Instagram right now, and I would really, really greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Actually, tomorrow when I edit the vlog from last week, which I am so excited to sit. So excited. Yeah, I'm literally so excited I can't talk to share it with you because it is on point, it is on theme. Think what holiday is on Thursday if you're in the US. All right, there's your hint. And if you figured it out finally, comment down below and let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.